Hi guys, today we are going to take another questions which has come as a comment in one of the videos. Okay, so the user is asking, I tried to write a phrase text and uploaded that on Tomcat. Okay, phrase text, it can be a normal text or it can be a audio file. Okay, and EPM, sorry, whatever, I tried to write a phrase text and uploaded that on Tomcat and EPM. Okay, but when I call the VDN, not hear any voice in the app. Sad face. Can you please explain details about the session as complex variables? So in that I ask what exactly you are looking. So like how to use. Then the user mentioned like I meant to use like session any UI UC and all those things. Okay. So let's try to understand the first thing. So the phrase text, right? So my assumption will be let's over here I'm going back to my OD project which is already uploaded in the GitHub. Okay, so over here my understanding is either he is using text to speech. Okay, because he has mentioned phrase text, right? Text is supported only for text to speech, right? For that you need to have text to speech server. Okay, TTS, that is I think he has mentioned, no? Okay, so there is something called TTS server, and the famous one is Nuance, which is commonly been used. Okay, Nuance text to speech server, which what it does is it will transcribe or convert the text into a audio file or a speech which is recognized by the Avaya EPM or a media server, and it can be played right out. Okay. Now, when you say that how it is working locally, like when we are testing in the application simulator, the answer is if we go to the Windows preference, expand somewhere over here, we mentioned over here. No, I think okay. Sorry. So if we right click to the project, go to the properties, and over here orchestration designer, right? Once we click over here, let me expand this one. So you will see that there is a speech tab over here, right? So when I'm testing locally, right? So what it use this desktop Microsoft Speech SAPI, right? Uh, over here, if you locally have Nuance or IBM and Locando, these are the platforms which are supported by Avaya, then you can use those directly. And if you have license for those and installed in the Avaya system and integrated with the AAP and license is there, appropriate number of license, then you can use those. So usually we go with Nuance, but others are available from IBM, Lucando, and all this thing. So this was basically for the text to speech. Now let's assume if he is using phrase and then using the audio file, then again from Avaya side, if I open this Avaya OD dev guide, I pasted the link how to download this Avaya orchestration designer development guide into the comment section. Okay, so the audio file format. Okay, so you have audio which are right, like 5.1 streaming or 2.1. So what Avaya support is 8 kilohertz. This is the frequency, and 8 bit and mono. And then there is mulaw, alaw. I think there is something called headerless and RIFF. All these properties are there. Basically, by default is we create 8 kilohertz, 8 bit mono mulaw format audio file to be parsed by the Avaya media system and played back. So, considering the question, if it is text to speech, where is my Avaya OD? If it is a text to speech, then we require a recognizer, as I mentioned, like Nuance is one of them, and others are there. And if it is an audio file, it has to be in then specific, what do you say, specification format, right? Okay. Now the another question was, can you explain the session variables? Okay, so by default, in once we have this Avaya OD application created, right? So we get this project variables, right? So if you open these project variables, you get some predefined variables created over here, and one of those is session, right? So in session there are many variables are available which you can use within your IVR application to determine how and what it can do. You can understand each and every one what exactly they are doing going to the development guide, but at high level which are the things are commonly used is one is AAI. So if I click on this one, right, so AI provides you application to application information. Okay, when the call is transferred from one application to another one. Any is the call number or the calling number from where user have called. Okay, so channel type, kind of a, if a particular solution is for voice, for SMS, or for anything else, so that you can define over here. Dennis is again the calling number extension that's come over here. Okay, exit info 1 and exit info 2 is also used for reusable, what do you say, reusable IVR application or a sub dialog module, right? So you can pass the information from reusable module to this one using exit info 1 and 2. Any other thing, then exit reason is others. Okay, session ID, if you want to know the what is the session ID of this particular call. UCID, this is a unique call ID which gets generated and stays throughout the call, and this is generated by, I think, communication manager. uh, Anything else we use? No, we don't use anything else. Just to give you example, in one of the videos where I have used how to block a call from particular number, so that's where I have used call session variable. So if you see, I have used the complex variable session, and then I have from the drop list, right? We saw all this list over there. I selected any. So what it will give me is the calling number of the user or the customer, and then I'm checking it against the static value that we have. So this is how we usually use session variables. I think that is what he was asking, right? Session any I mentioned, UI, UCID, and all this thing. So yeah, uh, these are the details for the Avaya OD session variables, and basically the audio file or TTS kind of a thing. It's somewhere. So let me make audio file or text to speech specification. Okay. Hopefully you like the video. Thank